Hi everybody, it's Tommy at Bird Street Studios. I thought I'd hop on. I've been working on these ephemera pieces. I'm just trying to build up a supply of ephemera. I am working on these botanical digitals, and but I wanted to do something a little different. So I just wanted to maybe hop on and show you the process, because I was able to make this set right here out of one book page sheet that I created, and I'll show you how I did that from start to finish. So I think I have everything I need right here to show you, but I may have to stop the video and then start it back up again if I'm missing something, so that I don't go too long. But anyways, so I'm going to put these aside and show you how I get started. Y'all know that I save all my packing paper, and I just flatten it all out, because it's usually all just in a big bunch and it's rolled all up in a box. But I undo it all and kind of try to smooth it out. I don't iron it or anything, and I just save it. And so I had this idea. I use packing paper for so many different things, and I had a pretty good idea, thinking that I would make some book pages. So I went ahead and ripped off like one piece, and I had an old book here, and so I tore out some book pages, and these are pretty brittle, so they're not a page that I can actually use to make a piece of ephemera, because they would probably just fall apart. They have to be glued or sewed onto something. But anyways, what I was able to make was these pages here, and it was one page that I was able to make all of these. So I've got three tags, 2 journaling cards, and a belly band out of one page, if I can remember how I figured it all out. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some of these pages down and kind of show you my process, and then we'll go ahead and cut them up and decorate them. So let's see, I was using my glue stick, and basically I have my book here for gluing. I don't know if that's off camera too far for you to see. Let me see if I can move stuff over a little bit. But anyways, I usually glue right onto here. So I usually start with, a fairly large size piece. And this book in particular is an old, it's like philosophy. Let me see if it's religion and philosophy or something. It's A Student's Philosophy of Religion is the book. It's very old. So I don't think it has anything offensive. It's an education book. So but it is about religion and philosophy, so if you don't want to get into that, you probably would want to pick a different book. I was a history major in college, so books like that just really interest me, whether I agree or I don't agree. Okay, so what I did with these pages too, I don't know if you noticed, is I took off all the white space around them. I just folded it and ripped it off. And I want them to go in different directions, because we're not really sure how they're gonna line up. Let's take just a little bit off this one. If you can't see, all I'm doing over here is just gluing, putting glue on the page off to the side here, to the side. I'm not sure that you really need to watch that whole thing. And this one I'm going to turn and maybe put up here. I'm kind of trying to just go to the edge, not line it up too perfect, because all the edge pieces will get cut anyways to straighten off. I do have a card here that I can flatten this out with. Okay. And basically I just rip these in different shapes. And they do overlap a little. I been doing diamond painting in between doing journaling, just, you know, trying to stay craft busy, but you know, maybe step away from journaling a little bit every now and then. And I have this idea that I have a new great niece coming, and I may want to make a journal, so I've cut out some pieces that we can decorate these with that might have something to do with that. I don't know. I'm not sure. So again, these are going kind of all different directions in that. What I don't want is like for, you know, to put another one like that right next to it. So this one I'm going to do, I think, upside down like that. I told you this paper is really old, these book pages, so I have to be very careful. Even when I use the glue paper here, because they'll stick so easily. Let's see what else we have. You can use some of these pieces that, like, I took off the top and that. Sometimes I will like fill in a place with that. Just because the color is so pretty, it's so aged, and I love the aged look of the paper. Okay, let's see. If we do one like this, I guess we could. We need about this much. And I want it to go this direction. So we need maybe this much. I also, sometimes when you're using book pages, it helps if you alternate areas in the book, so that it's really not clear necessarily what is being talked about. In this case, it's a lot about Muhammad and Syria, apostles of God, prophets. But again, it's an educational book, a student guide, but very old. Anyways, I noticed today that I sent my great nephew a gift for his birthday, which was the 3rd. And it said, oh, I could put that right there. It said that it was going to get delivered. They live in North Carolina. I'm in Florida. And I didn't realize that they were going to the coast for the week. And I saw that it got delivered onto their front porch this morning. So I had to send my niece a message and let her know it's there. Maybe she can have one of her neighbors get it off the porch. But I didn't know they were going. So I'm going to line this up with the top part, maybe up here. Yeah. And I can't tell you what it is because she may watch this video, but I can say that if it gets left out in the rain, it could get ruined. So I hope she has a neighbor that will go pick it up. I know that my nephew plays with one of the neighbors, so I'm sure that they have exchanged phone numbers and all that stuff. So okay, we're almost done with this. Looks like I need a square here that I could use. Maybe this. This was pretty fun because like I said, I saved this packing paper because I pack with it. I make that crinkled packing. I make that with this. I use it as pages in a journal. Let me see what we have here. Oh, here's a wide one. Maybe we can put another one right there. Yeah, I use this paper for everything. It's like the best thing, and it's perforated. So like once you straighten it out, it's easy to store because it's perforated. You can just fold it up. And the problem is you can't like have your whole room filled with paper. So you have to use it sometimes. And I thought this was really a cool way. I love book page ephemera. So I thought this would be a cool way to use it up, or to use some of it. For those who know, I am retired and I work 1 day a week for 4 hours. When I moved back down here, I lived for about a year without working and found that, yeah, that was, I needed some social interaction, I think. So I just looked for a job, and it happened that I worked in a print shop for many years when I was in Utah, and like 17 years. And so when I came here, Staples had an ad in their copy center. And I thought, well, I could probably do that. You have to learn their machines and learn their point of sale system and that kind of thing. But basically, I wasn't, I was familiar with, ooh, that looks kind of nice. It's got a maybe I'll rip this in half. So anyways, so I took a job at Staples, and you know, I've changed hours and days and that as they need. But they are extremely accommodating, and it was a job I was familiar with, so it made it easy. It's not a job that I had to, you know, learn from the ground up. So I really enjoy working there. Move that up a little. I really enjoy working there. I really enjoy the people. And for 4 hours a week, I get to talk to people in the public. Being kind of an introvert, I tend to just stay in my craft room or in my house. I like, you know, I have everything I need right here at my house, so I don't usually go out. But anyways, what that was leading to is he messaged me this morning and asked if I could get a sip of coffee. He asked if I could work a couple of days this week because somebody's going to be out, which is really good for me because I can pick up a couple of extra days. So it's just going to be like I normally work on Fridays. I work 12 to 4 on Fridays. Sometimes that varies, 10 to 2, 12 to 4. But this week he asked me to work Monday and Tuesday as well. So I'll work Monday and Tuesday like 9 to 1. So that's kind of nice. Pick up a little extra money for my crafts. And it does make it so that you have to get up and do something new. I think when you retire, I didn't lead a terrifically active life prior to retirement because I raised my kids, but then I had to raise some of my grandkids. So I was exhausted. I didn't, you know, have a lot of outside activities. But that led to me being, you know, kind of a homebody, which is okay. Okay, so we've got this done. And now I wanted to, I can't remember exactly how I think I did it like this, but I'm not positive. I measured it out once, so yep, we can get 3 tags like this. So that's basically what you can get out of this sheet, and then you can change that around. I could do 6 tags if I want, or do a large tag or something, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same kind of thing here. So what I want to do is measure these tags. So these that I made are really a really good size, and they're 5.5. So I want to make a straight edge here and then cut 5.5. We'll do those first. So I need to get my cutter. Let me see if I'm still in camera. Yes. Okay, so I want to create some sort of a straight edge right here. Okay, and we want to do 5.5, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And we will do 5.5. Right about there. And they don't have to be exact, honestly. Okay, so this will be for our tag. So let's get that straightened out first. I know this is a good straight edge right down here, this going across. So I'm going to just try to straighten this out. Okay, and then I think that's a straight edge too. So let's try to straighten that one a little. Okay. And then if I do them 2 3/4, one. There's two. And we have just a little bit here that we'll take off and match this one up. Okay, so these will be for our 3 tags. Okay, and then we want to measure our journal cards, and they're a little shy of 5.5, but I think that'll work. So if we do again 5.5, yeah, that'll give us, we could actually, this is a pretty long side. Let me see if we can even this up a little bit. I'm going around, I'm just going to try to even off these edges. It's kind of driving me crazy. And then we'll have a better idea of what we got. Again, and these packing paper pages are different sizes. They're not all the same. But if you're going to make a couple of batches and you use the same roll of packing, those are going to be the same. Okay, so if we do 5.5, that'll give us still a good size belly band on that side. So let's do that. So if we do 5.5, okay, that'll give us a good size belly band. And then this, I think I did one, let's see, this was a good size, and I was trying to think of the page size, so I did 4. So let's do them by 4. Okay. We'll do another one that's 4, and I'm going to turn it around. And so we ended up with this piece right here, which I'm going to hold on to. Nothing wrong with that piece. So we've got our tags, and then this will be our belly band. And I know that a belly band is 8.5 inches on my journals. So let's look and see what we have. There's 8.5. So I would have to take a little bit off, but I think I will take it off this side. So if we do 8.5, and then actually this could make a cute little tag, huh? So let's hold on to that. Okay, so we've got them cut. And then the next step that I did is I went over to the sewing machine and I went ahead and sewed around the outside first. I cut my tag corners, then I sewed. So let's cut our tag corners first, right here. My scissors, and we'll cut like that, and then we will cut like this, and then I just use that as a template to cut the others, and I do them just one at a time, just, I don't know. There, and this one we do. Okay, so let me go ahead and sew these, and I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and sew those, sew our cards, and sew our belly band, and maybe I'll make a little tag out of this too. We'll make it go this way. We'll see what happens. Let's try it. I'll go ahead and sew it and we'll see. I think the first one I did, the botanical, this one here, I wasn't really sure what I was going to get out of it, so I was kind of haphazardly just cutting sizes. Oh, this will be cute. Okay, I'll be right back with them all sewed. Okay, I'm back with all of them sewn. So these are the tags, and then they are craft on the back, which is great. And this is the belly band, and there's the small tag. I ended up zigzagging all the way around, but I did a straight stitch right there. And then these are the journaling cards. And then what I do to start is I need to have what I'm going to decorate them with. And right now, like I said, I printed out some of these, and so I'm gonna just fussy cut a little bit, and I won't talk, and maybe I can fast forward the video and you don't have to sit and watch me do the whole thing. But I'm going to use these decorations on these cards. It's easier for me to cut them into pieces first. It's just a little bit more manageable. Oh, these flowers are going to be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut, and like I said, I could probably fast forward this part. Okay, I wanted to show you a little something. You know, there's a lot of people that tell you there's tricks to fussy cutting. It's the only one that I think really makes sense is when you're cutting, move your paper, not your scissors. It'll give you the best result. Will it be perfect? Probably not, but mine aren't perfect. I do leave white space around, and it's not necessarily always even, but I usually distress my pieces anyways, so it's not perfectly noticeable. But in a place where you have to get in somewhere like here might be difficult, I just cut straight in, and then I will cut like this, okay? Once I've made those cuts, cutting in there is easy because then I can use that space to, you know, get down where I need to go. Sometimes you'll have white space in a piece and there is no white space to get in there. So you might have to, like, say these were connected, you know, and all this white space is in there. Instead of trying to poke a hole, I would just cut right through it somewhere and then fussy cut. When you go to glue it down, you can glue it to get back together, you know, as long as you don't cut it off if you're just cutting through something. So usually that's what I do. I just try to make it the easiest as possible to get in and get some of this white space out of there. And again, I'll probably have more white space in there than than I'd like, but it's okay. It's better than having just a great big blob of white space that's going to cover up our text. So that's what I've got right here. I'm going to do the same thing to this one, and then I'm going to cut these three fairies out as well, and then I'll be right back. So I'm back with all my pieces fussy cut. I didn't cut out these flowers yet, but I figured we could do that as we go. So the first thing I want to do is I go ahead and figure out what I'm going to put on them, and I usually do my tags first. So let's lay out these tags. And I know that I have 3 mushrooms, so let's use those. Maybe. And well, maybe a flower. Now these mushrooms, this would fit right on top of there, so if I move that up, she would sit right like that. Oh, that's pretty, huh? If I move her down, then we would have room to maybe put a word or something on there, so I like that one. The red one, oh, that's kind of pretty. It's different colors. So we'll put that one right there. We like that. And then this one here, let's do a little different. Instead of the mushroom, let's do this. Maybe we'll do this little fairy like that. There, I like those. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'll go ahead and distress my images and get them glued on. Oh my gosh, the kids are going back to school already. This whole pandemic thing kind of really, I feel like I was cheated out of years of my life. You know, with my family and all of that. But, excuse me, what's happening now is I'm so much older that the time is going by so much faster. And it's like, gosh, my granddaughters are both going into junior high. Of course, I have great grandkids, so I raised my grandkids from my oldest daughter who passed away. And now one of those kids has 2 kids. So I'm lucky to have great grandkids. But anyways, they still live in Utah, but my granddaughters here are both going into junior high. One's going into 7th grade, one's going into 8th grade. And wow, their education certainly wasn't as easy as like what I had when I was in school. The 2 years that they were kind of trying going back to school or trying doing homeschooling, you know, the computer. Wow. I'm not sure how they did it. I give them a lot of credit. They kind of got thrown into that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue those down with my glue stick. I need my glue book back down here. And I hope I'm in camera here. Let me see. Yes, okay. Oh, I think I glued that right to my book. Gosh darn it. That's all right. I'll show you what we can do. We can make that work. Just cut that off. Like that. How's that? Okay. And then what I might be able to do is to put a leaf or a flower or something right there. Let's see what I have. We could, oh, what if we, okay, what if I just cut this flower I'll see if this will work just to cover up the stem of that mushroom. We'll distress it and see how it looks. I think we could do that. Let's go ahead and distress the edges. And yeah, we could just, or maybe that direction. No, I think I like it better this way. Okay, let's do it that way. And stay off that bad spot on the glue book. Jeez. Well, it really needs to kind of go like this, I think. There. Very pretty. Okay, so there's one, and I'm going to get rid of this page. And let's do the purple one next. I do put a lot of glue on them, so they should stick pretty well. I might over glue, I'm not sure. I tend to do that. Set her right on top there. Then we could put a word or something right there. So that's pretty. And this one is the flower. Well, that's pretty just like that, really. But we're going to put her on there anyways, because I think she's cute. Oh yeah, she's very cute. And I've got a little piece right here that I didn't get, so let's do that. And there's one right here on this flower that needs some glue there. Beautiful. Okay, so then what I do with the tags, just because when I put the tags in the journals, I like them to slide into the pockets easily. So somewhere around here, I have my corner rounder. Let me see if it's over here. Here it is. So I'm going to round the corners. Now I've got all this thread in that, so I may have to trim it up. But we're going to round those. And I'm just going to trim them off right here. And that trims some of those threads, so that's really pretty. Let's do this one. I might want to do 1/4 inch though. Maybe not quite so round. That looks nice. 2 and 3. Yeah, I like that 1/4 inch a little better, I think. Okay, and then what we're going to do with these is go ahead and distress them. There, and I don't distress this side of these because they're craft already, so if they were white or off-white, I'd probably go ahead and distress those as well. And because I'm just showing you what you get out of these papers, kind of a start to finish, I'm not going to stamp anything on there yet because I need to wait to see how it's going to go in the journal, where it's going to go in the journal, to know if I want to stamp a word or something or what word I want to put on there. So there's our tags, and I'm not putting toppers on them yet either because I don't know that as well. Okay, the next two things we have are our tags, and they can go, these tags I did in this direction, you know, horizontal, vertical. Let's see, I think I did both of them vertical, and usually when I put them in journals, that's how I like them. So I'm going to do these vertical as well. And we have some, let's see what we have left. We could put her on there. That would be kind of cute, huh? And then maybe put her on here, maybe like that, and then leave a space for a word. I like that. Oh, that would be kind of cute, huh? Okay, well, let's start with this one because I like this one as it is. Now I could make more of these and just decorate them with the florals with inspirational messages or whatever I want on them. I also think, because I save the stuff, that I might want to, if I put her there, I may want to put something right there, and I think I will. So I think I'm going to distress this as well. Or maybe put it on the bottom. I don't know yet. Let's see. What if we put it on the bottom and we put our house right there and then our fairy right there? That's kind of pretty, huh? So let's do that. So we'll go ahead and put this one on the bottom. And I'm putting it right above the stitching. That kind of runs onto the stitching, but that's okay. We'll put our house kind of right on there, I think. Make sure that that's down good. Yep. And we need to distress our little fairy with her, look, she has like a flipped over, they have flip over flowers or something. And then when I printed these out, I resized them. I bought this digital from, I think it's Workcraft. Leanna Scraps also has one that has similar faces, so I don't know where they got the graphics from. But anyways, I oftentimes will, if I buy a digital, I will resize it to fit what I'm putting it on, and sometimes I even add or take away color. As long as I don't resell it, I just use it for my own use them for my own journals or whatever. I'm not reselling the graphics or anything. Then I can do that. And I'll be honest with you, these girls that create these digitals, I have some digitals up in my shop. I'm just learning how to do it. Man, they are remarkable. And please tell me that isn't just the cutest thing ever. Okay, we're going to go ahead and distress the edges. Again, I'm going to leave that blank because I don't know what I want to put in there. But I might, I have an idea. Ooh. Okay, I have an idea. Put that over there with that. I have an idea for this yellow one. I have little yellow flowers that we might be able to put on there instead of that let's see if I like this. Ooh, that could be pretty, huh? Yep, I think I like it. I think I like it. Or I don't know, I kind of like it on the bottom. I put that flower there and I put her just behind there. And that goes right there. I think I like that. So I need my scissors so that I can cut that. So I need to cut it right about there. All right, so the first thing I want to do here is I want to go ahead and round the corners because I'm going to put the, I'm going to distress the edges and maybe approach this a little differently because I'm going to put that on there. Some people don't distress the edges of their pieces, and I don't know, for some reason I like that as well, but I have trouble. I feel like it's unfinished for me not to distress the edges. It does define it for me, the edges, sometimes on things, but I see other people who don't distress edges and their work is beautiful. And I don't have any problems seeing their graphics, so I don't know what that's all about. It's a mental thing, I think. And I also watched, when I first started getting into journaling and ephemera and all of that, and I was watching videos, the few people that I did watch, that I kind of grew with or whatever, they are distressors. So that could be it. I'm going to put that there. I want to put her maybe right there. So I'm going to have to glue them together. Okay. So we're going to have to put glue on them together and then tuck her in there. Okay. So we want to put this right here. Then we want to tuck her right in there. And put that down. Perfect. There, and that way it looks like she's kind of behind that flower. And then this we need to put on with Fabri-Tac. That's the front, and we'll put that right there. And how cute is that? Let's get our Fabri-Tac going. I store it on the side, so it should be kind of down in there. I don't know. Fabri-Tac is when you're putting, you know, something material or something like that. It's a sturdier glue onto paper. If you're doing paper to paper, you can use a glue stick or tacky glue or whatever. But I use Fabri-Tac if I'm doing fabric to paper. Oh, how cute is that? We could even put a little word right here, but I will wait. I'm not going to even add a little strip, I don't think. I want to catch this. There. Okay, there's our two tags. And then here's a little tiny tag. What could we put on there? We could put this on here. Right? And let's distress it. Oh, you know what? Let me look at the flower that we already cut out. Might be... got an idea right here. Maybe to add these little strawberries on there to add a little more color. I don't know. Let's see if it'll work. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we don't have to put it on. Okay, so if I put this right here, oh, I like it. Okay, so that kind of adds a little color to that. So let's distress these. And I want to hold that. I want to mark where I'm going to put this. I think I want to put it right there. Maybe move that over a little. Okay, so I want to mark it because it's going to go underneath, so it has to go on first. So I want to put it right there. Okay. Okay. So there's my mark. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but I'm going to put this right there. And then we will, now this one, because I'm going to go over the edge and onto the stitching, I'm going to add some of my art glitter glue around the edge of this one. There, like that. Art glitter glue will stick on quite a bit of stuff, so it's good stuff. And then I'm going to just trim this off right there. And then we will distress that edge. Okay, people, that's it. I'm not going to decorate the belly band like I didn't the other one, because I just don't know where it's going to go. I may even have to trim it depending on what size journal it came in. So what we did today was we got this card, got this journaling card, then we have this tag. Oh, cute. This tag and this tag and our little tag and our belly band that will get done. So anyways, so that's what we got out of one sheet of book page. So I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you try it. But if you have any old books, you get packing paper, save it. I have another video on what I do with packing paper, and it's amazing. The many uses that there are for it. So this is going to go in the newest journal I'm going to make, and I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Like and subscribe.